Hello. Alright, guys. So today I wanted to make this video for so long, but sorry. Hey guys, I wanted to make this video for so long. This is my YouTube channel. This is my Twitter account here if you want to follow. Um, and this is the NFL playoff prediction I made last week, um, almost 2 weeks ago now. And let's see how I did. So I predicted the NFL wild card, basically the entire playoffs. And this is from January 9th, so obviously it's going to be very wrong. It is very wrong. I'm also going to repredict the divisional round here as well. So the good thing is, all the teams are that I um, all the teams that I predicted are still in it. Like the Chiefs are still take that back. The teams that could make it to the NFC Championship are still in it. Like the teams that have the NFC Championship are all still in it. So that's the good thing. So I had um, the Buccaneers winning the Eagles, but that was an easy pick. The 49ers being the Cowboys. So the NFC I actually was 3 for 3 for. The AFC I was 1 for 3 for. So apparently I know the NFC much better than the AFC. Now, the Buccaneers one was a very easy pick for me. I always say they're the better team. 49ers, I just had a reason that the Cowboys would choke. That's really it. They just can't play in the playoffs. They just can't. Rams, I just knew they were the better team. So there was that. 10 minutes until kickoff, by the way. So it's interesting. I have to make this video very soon. Otherwise, it's gonna be too late, and people think my prediction's fake. So I had the Chiefs being Steelers. That was an easy pick. Patriots being the Bills. That was. I thought the Patriots were like. They seemed like they were terrible at the beginning of the season, but they were kind of making a comeback. And I thought that Belichick was like this playoff guru. I didn't think they would. And I know they had a young quarterback in Mac Jones, but I thought they could win. I honestly did think they would. I knew it would be close, but I thought it would be close anyway. And very shocked me. I picked the Raiders over the Bengals simply because they had a young quarterback just like the Patriots. He's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but the Bengals just came off like a 1-15 season or whatever it was. I don't it was something really bad like that. They were the first round pick, so I didn't think a team could go from that to winning a playoff game. It's not impossible, but the Bengals hadn't won a playoff game since 1991, and the Raiders were having a hot streak. I didn't, I don't know. I actually thought the Raiders were going to win. The Bengals just have such bad playoff luck. I didn't think they'd win, but hey, here we are. Um, doesn't change my predictions of the divisional round too much, actually, because a lot of it's actually the same. Look at that. The NFC divisional is obviously still the same. And my prediction for the divisional is still the same. Packers and Buccaneers, I'm still picking. It's already here. How can I change my pick? Technically the game hasn't started yet, either of them. So, but yeah, that's a hard pick to make. The Rams and the Buccaneers one was the hard one. I think I even wrote in my description that it was. And part of the reason I said is, oh, they're gonna have Cobb back. The Packers are gonna have Cobb. They're gonna have Bakhtiari. I didn't even mention this. They're gonna have Jair Alexander back. I didn't even know he was gone, but they're gonna have Zadarius Smith, who's like their best linebacker. They're gonna have. Um, they probably won't have MVS back. They might. They might have. They'll probably have him for the championship game, but they will have very key players. Bakhtiari, Cobb, Jair Alexander, and Zadarius Smith. Those are very key players that they lost, and they're coming back, and so that'll definitely help them. No question that it won't make a difference. So I mean, the 49ers, they actually lost players since they were winning games, and they're coming back, yes, but like I don't see how this can't benefit the 49ers. That's as simple as that. And yes, the Packers are terrible against the 49ers in the playoffs. Well, at least with Aaron Rodgers. The run game, if they just have to shut down the run game, because the run game could kill the Packers again. So that's the only reason I think the Niners have a chance. But I mean, the Packers beat the 49ers in the regular season. They usually do. And this 49ers team isn't the same 49ers team that we saw in the playoffs before. That team should have won the Super Bowl, actually, and they choked, of course, because Kyle Shanahan, that's what he does in the Super Bowl. And so I'm still going for the Packers. I mean, number 6 seed, almost number 7. They barely even made the playoffs in the first place. I mean, I'd be shocked if they won. That would be the biggest shocker to me. Uh, Probably out of all of the playoffs so far, yeah, that would be the biggest shock. The best team versus controversially, potentially the worst team. Well, I think the Steelers were the worst team, but anyway. AFC now. Obviously it's not Raiders versus Titans. It's Bengals versus Titans, but it just doesn't matter. I still think Titans will win. It's not Patriots versus Chiefs. It's Bills versus Chiefs. And seeing the way the Bills played, I'm not sure. I might actually change my prediction here. The Bills are ridiculously good. And see, I thought the Bills were a shell of their former year. Well, I think they were bad, but their last year they were I think they were 13-3. They were very good last year. They were like one of the best teams in the NFL. If not the best. No, they obviously weren't the best, but they were very good last year. This year they were like almost lost a division. I wasn't so sure about them this year. I didn't keep too much track of everything, but I was like, huh. And the Chiefs also, though, they were having a bad start to the season as well, and they kind of picked it up at the end. It is in what's the stadium? It's in Kansas City. I can't remember the stadium name right now, and I feel stupid about it. But Arrowhead Stadium, that's right. It's in Arrowhead, right? It's at Arrowhead Stadium. Yeah, pretty sure that's the name of it. But yeah, uh, it does make a difference. This one's hard. I mean, Patriots versus Chiefs. Chiefs would have been an easy pick. Bills versus Chiefs. It's a rematch. Essentially, it's another rematch. And the Chiefs win. It's going to be another rematch with the Titans. There's so many rematches here in the playoffs. Very interesting year. We're going to see a lot more rematches. 49ers and Packers is a rematch from recently. You know, as versus Buccaneers, that's a rematch from the regular season, I think. Um, I'm just gonna have to. I'm not gonna change my pick since it's already kind of here. But I'm not nearly as confident in picking the Chiefs as I was with the Patriots. I think it's kind of 50-50. But since I already picked Chiefs, I'm just gonna stick with it. But if they lose, I won't be surprised. So we essentially have the same thing: Packers, Buccaneers, Titans, and Chiefs. And well, everything else is still going to be the same. I'm not going to change these picks. I don't. Well, I don't know. My AFC Championship might change based on how the Titans perform tonight and how the Chiefs perform if they even win. Um, the chance that the Chiefs will win that game, I don't know. It's a rematch, and it's not at Arrowhead, so that makes a difference. And the Titans, they have Derrick Henry back, and he's a very big part of their offense. But they lost, and they were the number one team. Well, they still are the number one team actually, but without Derrick Henry, it's not the same. So the fact that he's coming back and they're still that good seems dangerous, and that's why I chose them to make the Super Bowl. Um, but I still feel like the Packers are going to edge it out because when I see the Titans, I don't see the best team in the NFL. I just don't see that. I mean, the Packers are playing this good without a lot of their key players, so just imagine when they get them back. I mean, yeah, they have terrible NFC championship luck, but I think it's time they finally win one for Aaron Rodgers' and his career at a good way. Maybe with another Super Bowl win, hopefully, for his sake. Um, I think that's how it'll be. So essentially, my prediction isn't that much different from this. But who knows? It's been pretty wrong so far. And somebody told me in the comments, they said, I don't see how the Cowboys could lose. Well, they lost. But they also said, I don't see how the Bills could lose. And they won. So we went 50-50. He was right, and I was right. We're both wrong at the same time. So interesting. That's how the that's how the NFL works. Uh, People are always right and wrong. It's very interesting. See, I want to put this video out earlier, and I always want to make an NFL predictions video. I just never did. Yeah, I said Rams, Rams and Buccaneers is like a toss-up, which is true. Um, but I'm still gonna pick Buccaneers. See, the hardest ones for me to pick were Rams and Buccaneers. Obviously, Patriots and Bills, but we're gonna skip that. Rams and Buccaneers, uh, Bills and Chiefs, and Chiefs and Titans, and Buccaneers and Packers. A lot of them are hard actually, but the hardest were probably Rams and Buccaneers and Bills and Chiefs. Um, yeah, those will probably be the most interesting games as well. I think. Um, yeah, the other ones uh, shouldn't be as close. Otherwise, the other team's choking. Um, yeah, I gotta quit the end this video before it gets too long. I hope you enjoy. Let me know what your playoff predictions are, because this is mine right here. Bye.